ASMR. I wonder if you can hear, I believe it's a mourning dove. It's sitting right outside my window. I have the windows open right now because it's beautiful outside. I have the day off today, and so does my boyfriend, so I apologize if you can hear him in the background. I hope that the bird noises and outside noises are relaxing as we journey into this video together. I talk all the time about my favorite book, Alchemised. So I thought I would show you all of the versions I have of it, the official and the unofficial versions. And I have some brushes here. This like small one, I don't know if you can see it. This small one. Brush, 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 brush. I wonder, I think the mic's up here. I hope that's not too loud. I'll like flag it. You know I love flagging these videos. In case anything's too loud. So you've seen me do this before, my magic hands, But I have this small one. And I have this large one. It's kind of angled because I have this bad habit of covering completely if it's flat, so I figured doing it from the side would be a nice change and kind of stop me from doing that. Let's see how this one sounds. Also, my dog is in this room, so if there are any sudden cuts, it's probably because he saw something out the window. So I apologize in advance. But I figured we'd work our way from the most simple version of it that I have to the more complicated versions I have. And this copy right here, this bottom one, I have annotated, and I have a lot of note tabs on it. So I thought we could go through only a couple of them because you will see there are a ton of notes on it. But I thought we could go through some of those, maybe read a little bit. I'll let you know before we start that part that there are going to be spoilers, but that's probably not going to be till near the end of the video. So hopefully anyone that doesn't want spoilers is either already gone or already asleep. So let's go ahead and get started. pre-ordered it as soon as I heard it was coming out. And then I got this one. Not too long after I received this, actually, because I don't know if you've noticed here, it has a sticker. And you know me, I absolutely hate stickers on books, but this is the one exception that I will leave it on, because if you can read it, it's really tiny. SIGNEDCOPY. It's a signed copy by Zenlin Yu signed it. So I got this one because I live in kind of a small town in the middle of nowhere. So I don't think Zenlin Yu is going to be touring anywhere near here anytime soon. So I wouldn't be able to get any of my other copies signed. So I figured, get it while I can. It was actually in a Barnes & Noble that I saw this. I was so surprised because I thought she was doing a very limited amount of signings. Because I think she has a wrist problem, like a wrist injury. So the repetitive signing over and over and over and over again, I think was too much. So I was very excited to get this. I figured we'll spend a lot of time on the other copies just based on their designs and everything that's in them. So I thought this would be a good copy to trace the cover of. I love the art. There's also a lot of fan art for this book, and they're all really gorgeous. Little spires. Let's get this. Great here. I wonder if I can zoom in. I'll be right back. I decided to bring you lower. I didn't want to change the orientation on you, so I am gonna have to do kind of a shuffling. But maybe you like the sound of the book moving on the table. Also, the volume might change from this setup because you are closer to me. You are closer. To the individual crates. Here, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. I don't know why I really like the sound of 8. 9, 10. There's kind of hidden, but there's 11. And then the outside of it, I guess we can count as 12 because we counted this as 1. So 12. I really hope I traced that okay, because I know when I'm watching ASMR videos, if they skip one, my OCD goes crazy. So let's count them just from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the edge kind of 12. Yeah. That works. And then I don't know if you can tell by the design of this, but these are like bones. See, they're kind of thicker portions. They're supposed to be like the ends of bone, like long bones. was done on purpose, but it looks like there's a little A-O-3. That is so funny. I don't know if that's on purpose or if it's just a little coincidence. That's so funny. That's so funny. A shout out to the originals. And there are a bunch of alchemical symbols scrolled everywhere. It's kind of like an overlay. They're kind of everywhere. Stipple, 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 stipple. And I don't know if I'm reaching or not, but it kind of looks like there's an eyeball here. Kind of looks like there's an eyeball here. And we have these like lampposts. These lampposts. And then the trail that she's walking up. And then we have her in the red cloak. And their shadow. She's walking up. And then I'll bring this down a little bit. Bring it down a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Try to get it centered for you. And here are the staircases. Staircases. Stipple, staircase. Stipply staircase. Stipple staircase. Staircase. Stipple staircase. We have these big grand, almost cathedral-like windows here. I can't see the full design of them because the entire book is supposed to look crackled, crinkly, crackly, crinkly, crackly, crinkly, crackly. You can see some of the cracks up here. It's supposed to look like maybe a cracked painting. I'm not sure. The artist did a really good job at making the eerie feeling of the entire book on the page, on the front cover. There's some trees, trees. With their branches, they're branching out, their branches. It's a dead tree, but it's still a tree. Looks like there are some architecture columns. I don't know if they have a specific name. Architectural columns. Architecture. I feel like I'm saying that wrong the longer I say it. It's like those words where if you repeat it, it doesn't sound like a real word. I wonder if you could hear the birds outside. They're starting to get really loud. Pointy, pointy, pointy building, pointy building. doesn't look human. I don't know what kind of animal bone this is, but it's not a human bone. It's too flat here. The only thing that I think would be even relatively close would be if it's like an upside down femur, but the head of the femur would be here. Maybe it's a broken femur. Maybe. Then we have a goblet. A goblet. Is it half full or half? It's a little bit more than full. Actually, half full. Is it 2/3 full or 1/3 empty? Answer in the comments. And then I forget what this is called. I think there's a specific name for this symbol. It's a sun with a moon around it. You see it in all kinds of like nature hippie shops. I don't know how else to explain that. It's kind of like I don't even know. I've seen it in a lot of shops like that, and they always have faces. See the little eyeballs and the nose and the mouth. And then the moon is looking at the sun, so his nose is in profile, his mouth is chin, and his eyeball looking at him. He's looking, he's looking. Then we have some, is this hemlock? This might be hemlock. I don't know. I'm not a good plant identifier. It's kind of on the inside of the cover, you can't really see it. And then this really thin stem goes up to these flowers up here. They're all up here. And then we have this flask with a cork on top. Cork on top. And then on the inside of it, there's this beetle that kind of looks like a June bug. Its wings, its little body and its head with its little pincers and legs, its little feelers. I never noticed this. There are little spiders on here too. The thorax, the little body, its head, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a spider if I've ever seen one. Alright, it looks like I'm gonna have a lot of bloopers for another blooper video. You guys seem to like that. I really hope that it's not too loud for you guys. But let's flip the page. Ta-da! Yeah, I have a whole extra book for this. Sen. this version, I figured I would show you all three sides, both of the inside covers, and the like sheets that came with it. There were like semi like transparent images printed on it. I don't know what to call them, but you'll see. A friend gifted this to me because she knows how crazy I am about Alchemised. And I think this was the shelf care bindery version of this book. I think that's who rebounded shelf care bindery. I'll have to look that up. And I'll replace this clip if it's not shelf care bindery, but I follow them on Instagram, and she saw that they made a rebound copy of this book. She tried getting me the signed copy of this book, so I only had two versions of the book. It would have been this one that's signed, and then my normal one that I've annotated. But that didn't end up working out. So I am very happy with this one. And you know what? The more books, the merrier. I love this copy of the book. I'm a sucker for cathedral windows. And this has like, it's like breaking. It's like a broken cathedral window. There we go. All the little details here. It's a gorgeous book. When my friend gave it to me, she was expecting it to be a little bit more saturated in color. But I love it either way. It's gorgeous art. The artist did a really good job. There's her eyebrows, her nose. She's almost giving like the Kubrick stare. Oh my goodness, I'm crazy. The Kubrick stare, where she's looking through her eyebrows. Just trace around her face with her curls getting in front of her face a little bit. And then her hair is peeking through the robe. Her hair is peeking through. It's curly. And it's coming down this side too. Her hairline's right down the middle. She's wearing, it's like a high neck dress. The robe comes, it's a hooded robe. It comes around and it comes up, and it goes all the way down each side. Let me make sure you can see the bottom of this. Her hands are held out in front of her. Her arms are out in front. They're in front. They're long sleeves. And these are the manacles. There are her hands, her outstretched palms. And to the other side. You can kind of see, it's a little bit harder to see it on camera, but all the details of the folds of the fabric. It looks like there's the spine, I should say, the spine of this book. This is raised. I don't want to do that too hard because I don't want to mess up the vinyl on it. But I hope you could hear that. It has the title of the book again. Alchemised. Oh, alchemised. I swear, you guys are gonna be sick of hearing me talk about this book if you watch me long enough. There's some more eyeballs. You look like eyeballs like on the front, and there's also one on the back. And another one. That was kind of rhythmic. Sorry, I didn't do that on purpose. And then let's move on to the back of the book. I'm sure there's something poetic in it all, but right now, all I feel is a new set of manacles. A new set of manacles. Another one of those eyeballs. There's more of the manor on this side. I'm going to use the larger paintbrush to trace the rest of this. I've been neglecting it. I forgot about it. So his hair, his ear, his big forehead. I'm kidding. It's a normal size forehead. His eyebrow. He has that, actually, I take back what I said earlier about, the cover. It wasn't the Kubrick stare. It was more of the, fallen angel artwork, if you know what I'm talking about. I think it's The Fall of Lucifer. I think it's called that. Where he's like looking over his arm. So like if you could imagine an arm right here. Yeah, that's 100% what that look is. With the sharp eyebrow and the hooded eyes. But he's got cheekbones for days. And jawline. The tip of the nose, the mouth. He's wearing like a ruffled collar looking suit. So let's flip back to the front, because the inside covers are also different from the normal. Big circle. And the cape. You can't forget the cape. No capes. it's the shelf care bindery copy that I have. Really like this book. Oh, I'll have to fix that in a little bit. There's a little bit of speckling on it. Let me see if I can get that off. That's why I kind of wish the front of this cover was a dust cover. But I need to get like a clear dust cover to go over to protect it. Because my friend told me that the instructions were very clear about like the art on here is sensitive, like it can't go in bags. It has to stay like in your house on a bookshelf. Okay. Holy crap. This is the I have annotated the life out of this. This is a very annotated book. Spoiler warning. We're gonna be flipping through and reading some of the things I've underlined, as long as they're like not terrifying, if that makes sense. Like this is a very like, there's a lot of traumatic things happening to the main characters in this book. So hopefully none of that comes up. But I have a feeling it will, so there might be some cuts in this video. What's the first thing I underlined? Oh, it's the very first page. Oh, I remember. I think I might transition to soft speaking, because when reading, I find it a little more natural. So, if you don't like soft speaking, and you don't want spoilers, stop here. Alright. It starts off. She had a body. She could feel it wrapped around her like a cage. Oh, goosebumps. On the first page is crazy. Let's see, let's skip forward to whatever this one is. Ah, you were right. I'm so sorry. We should have listened to you. There was no time to ask what she meant. Oh, I think I annotated this so much because I had read Manacled before. So I kind of knew what was gonna happen before. So when it's saying things like she didn't know like what they were talking about, I know what they were talking about. Just live, Helena, a voice in her mind begged. The heavy door swung open, revealing a long corridor spilling into the darkness. But rather than exhilaration of this freedom, Helena's heart stopped. The sconces along the wall were no longer illuminated. She had noticed how ominous the corridor was, thin and winding, full of creeping shadows like teeth that gave way to mouth-like darkness. She stood frozen. It was irrational. It was a house. She'd seen too many real, awful things to be afraid of shadows and hallways, but her legs wouldn't move. The darkness was like a pulsing esophagus, the long shadows swaying with the wind, threatening to swallow her. If she stepped out, she'd fall into the cold, awful, unending dark again. She would never be found. The terror coursed through her as the shadows stirred again, crawling towards her. This girl's going through some PTSD. Let's see. It's this one. was dark. What? You're scared of the dark? Helena dropped into the chair, doubling over and gripping the fabric. Her fingers kept twitching, sending shocks of pain into her arms, but she didn't care. She needed to feel the things were real and tangible, not an abyss of nowhere, with her body and nothing else. What's wrong with you? I don't like places I can't see. Since when? I haven't noticed you keeping the lights on in here or constantly, or are these shadows different? I know this room. In the stasis tank, it was always dark, no matter how hard I tried to see, and I couldn't feel anything around me, just my body floating and not moving. It felt endless, like I was nowhere, and I was there so long. I kept thinking that eventually someone would come, but when I see dark places and I don't know where they end, I feel like I'll disappear inside them, but this time I'll never be found. She sounded irrational. She was irrational, but there was no help for it. There was a schism between her reason and her mind in a fault line, shearing them forever apart. Her mind did not care whether the fear made sense. It just wanted to never go back. You know, when I heard it was you I'd be getting, I was looking forward to breaking you. But I don't think it's possible to exceed what you've done to yourself. Oh, this book is so good. It's very heavy though. There's a lot of heaviness to it. Let's see. Let's skip forward quite a bit. Let's go into part 2. Oh, actually, this is a good one to transition into part 2. She's like basically having a seizure, which sucks, but she's getting her memories back. So right now, it's all a jumbled mess. Your mind, you swore yourself to me. You're more likely to destroy the eternal flame than save it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did this to you. I have warned you, if something happens to you, I will personally raise the eternal flame. That isn't a threat. It's a promise. Consider your survival as much as a necessity to the resistance as holdfasts. If you die, I will kill every single one of them. It was like falling. The past broke free, surging through her mind and swallowing her. Part 2, part 2, part 2, part 2. Let's see. Let's skip, because we have a lot to get through. Survive, Kane kept saying. The only goal. She was learning to fight not to win, but to escape. As if she were a prey animal. They were the inverse and counter to each other, a healer and a killer, circling slowly, the push and pull inexorable. I think I got something on the next page too. Helena turned, then gave a brittle laugh. You know, I just realized if I succeed, you'll control Farron the same way you used Luke to control me. Makes me feel rather sorry for him. Ilva didn't look at her. Well, he'll deserve it more than you do. That's so sad. So sad. choose you. I know. So what happens to you now? Me? Yes. What happened to you? When you're gone? He gave a short nod. I don't know, she said with a short, hysterical laugh. I promised I was yours. You made me swear it. I didn't make plans. Surely, there's something you're looking forward to. No, I'm spent. Everyone who touches you dies. What do they want? What? Is it actual crawling? Or was there something more constructive Ilva had in mind? I'd have to ask. Find out. I'll do it. Why are you offering? I realized just now that I miscalculated something. It hadn't occurred to me that I'd made you marketable. Apparently, Crowther was right after all. The Farrens were possessive enough to eat themselves alive before they'd let go of anything they considered theirs. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Super spoilers, by the way. I was supposed to save him. This whole war was just two brothers fighting over who gets to play God. You think you're picking a side, and you're just on the opposite end of the same fucking coin. I have to get Lila. The war is over, Helena. I'll kill them, but you're done. Holdfast is dead. The eternal flame is gone. It's time for you to go. I can't leave you here. I don't want you here. It'll be easier for me to work if Morrow assumes a complete victory. Helena. He said her name slowly, a note of warning, but also a plea in the way he said it. There's so much more to you, but sometimes I feel like all I do is bring out the worst. You would never go so far if it weren't for me. You wouldn't be like this. I did this to you. You're right. I don't imagine I would. I used to have so many dreams for us. Why are you always so ready to die? Let's see. What's the next one? Someday, he said softly, resting a hand on her shoulder, your mercy is going to have consequences. She held his hand in place. There's blood enough on both our hands without adding hers. He squeezed her shoulder. Bayard, he said after a minute, it's time to go. Let's see. We're getting towards the end. As weeks turned into months, the full breadth of his possessiveness began to reassert itself. During the day, he would watch Helena work with an intensity that she could feel in her marrow. Like her bone marrow. I thought it was like Morrow, like the villain. When they were alone,
she would stop what she was doing and let him consume her, his lips whispering perfect, beautiful mine with every nip and caress. Yours always. It grew steadily apparent that Helena sat at the center of Cain's universe, and now that she was safe, his unrestrained attention had nothing else to obsess over. Everything except Helena was superfluous. 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 Cain, you have to care about her. You can't be like your father. You have to care. You have to choose to care. The way you are. If you don't, you won't, and she'll know, just like you did. You cannot do that to her. She has to be someone that you decide to care about. We don't know how long after everything, I need you to promise that if I'm not here, you'll love her for me. The way I would love her. She has to be that important to you. Do you promise? Alright. Promise me. I promise. With nothing else to do, Helena began writing, filling a journal with everything she could think of. She wanted it all written down. Her version of events. Who she was, and what she'd chosen and why. Answers to all the questions she'd ever wished she'd asked her own mother. This is when she has her baby. They were bright silver as a lightning storm. Cain, she has your eyes. Cain was standing almost as far from her as he could without going for the door. She stared at him in confusion. He had barely left her side for weeks, but now he looked concerned. Cain, come and see her. Helena, she's your daughter. Yes, I know. I remember how it happened. I think I should go. Come here. He exhaled, and his eyes despairing as though his heart were being carved out of his chest. But he didn't move. Cain, come here. He swallowed and stepped closer. We didn't have any choice. You didn't. But that's over now. We said we'd start over when we ran away. That's what we're doing now. She's never going to know that world. Cain was looking anywhere but the baby. She's not going to hurt you, and you're not going to hurt her. Helena, his voice was strained. I'm not supposed to have this life. Killing is the only thing I've ever done well. Do you really want someone like that near your daughter? You didn't have a choice. And it's not all you've done. You saved me. We'll do it for her. He finally tracked his eyes from the far wall. Look at her. She's ours. She's all ours. You're not going to hurt her. Cain was frozen as he stared at her. He stopped breathing. His fingers spasmed, trembling as he finally reached out. He barely brushed the baby's palm as if he thought his touch might poison or break her. The tiny hand instantly closed around his finger, gripping it. Helena watched him and recognized the expression that slowly filled to his eyes as he stared at the tiny person, tenaciously clinging to him. Possessive adoration. Cain talked to Enid more than he talked to anyone, even Helena. He would monologue to her about everything: the trees, the sea, the tide and moons, alchemy techniques and array theories, what the weather might be. And Enid listened to him intently, fretting if he got distracted or fell silent too long. It's so cute. Let's see. The very last page is very upsetting. Let's see. But Enid's jaw trembled. She doesn't deserve to be forgotten like this. She shouldn't be a footnote. This shouldn't be the only entry she even has. She deserves her own chapter. She deserves a whole damn book of her own. They hurried together towards the front of the bookstore, leaving the history book behind, still open to the page with the photograph. The photo caption read, Principate Lucian Holdfast with Paladin Soren Bayard and foreign-born alchemist Helena Marino. Marino left the city at the start of the Palladian Civil War to study healing. She survived the war, but died during imprisonment prior to liberation. She was a non-active member of the Order of the Eternal Flame and did not fight. Very sad. It's a very good book. It's a very good book. Alright. They. Senlin Yu goes by they, them. Apologies. Alright. So, now on to the most unconventional version of this book that I have. Ta-da! My friend bound this for me. It is the original Manacled series. So there's the first one, the second one, and the third one. The second one's so tall because it's split into the different parts. So the first part, the second part, and the third. So the very beginning, the memories, and then after the memories. I really love the art on these. That's by Avondale. They have, I'm just gonna start saying they for everyone. They have collabed with Senlin Yu on a lot of these projects. And this is the original Harry Potter and Hermione fanfiction. So there's a lot of Handmaid's Tale and other, pop culture references that are like, they don't have to worry about trademarking. It's with the origami cranes that Senlin Yu ended up taking out. And the snake. And the manacles had a different design back then. With Malfoy Manor and the Death Eater mask. Okay, anyway. It has the original Senlin Yu Avondale collab art. Sorry. My boyfriend just came in here and that's gonna be a crazy blooper. So I don't know if you can tell. I'm starting to reread it. There's my bookmark. My little bookmark that came with it. And the inside cover. I remember seeing this on Tumblr when I was first reading Manacled. Like when it first came out, I was waiting each week for a new chapter to drop. Gosh, that was so long ago. But Avondale has such beautiful art. There's Draco's ring. Origami crayons. Avondale has such a way with, they just are so good at drawing helpless looking people. Like when I first saw this, I got goosebumps. Like I was like, oh my gosh, the pain she must be feeling. But this is such a pretty manacled high reef. It's so pretty, it's so pretty. The summary and the chapters. There's Hogwarts. There's Hogwarts. Gosh. Summary. Harry Potter is dead in the aftermath of the war. In order to strengthen the might of the magical world, Voldemort enacts a repopulation effort. Hermione Granger has an order secret lost, but hidden in her mind. So she is sent as an enslaved surrogate to the High Reeve until her mind can be cracked. I won't spend too much time on these since they are unofficial versions. But yeah. One manacled with the little. And the back is more of Avendel's art. And the Malfoy Manor Gardens. And there's some over here. The back page doesn't have anything. And so here's the second book. As I traced earlier, also has manacled on it. The number 2, because this is the second part. And the origami green again. And again, Avendel's beautiful, beautiful art on the cover. Back cover, I should say. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's turn it around here. Go back to the first cover. This one, I don't know where she got the picture. It might be AI, so I'm just not gonna trace that one. The Healer. The Healer. Hermione the Healer. This one doesn't have a summary, but that's where it starts with the flashbacks. It says chapter 26 because technically this is all supposed to be one book. But yeah. And the third one. 1, 2, 3. Origami green. This is their daughter. Spoiler alert, this is their daughter. Spoiler, their daughter. So let's go back to the front. I think that's another AI thing. Honestly, I never know. I never know. The Reckoning. This is chapter 64 because again it continues after the last one. She sent it with some pictures and some bookmarks, but I honestly don't know if they're AI generated, so I'm just not gonna show them. Manacled. But yeah, that is the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys aren't too fed up with me talking about Alchemised / Manacled. If you want to hear about any other of the books I've read, maybe go through more of the annotated books I have, just let me know in the comments. And if you have any other requests, as always, feel free to ask for